Hi everyone, this is LA from LA Crystals, and I am so excited to share my second video in the crystal gridding series. I'm going to be bringing a lot of these crystal gridding videos because I realize that a lot of people are unfamiliar with gridding, and if you do work with crystals on a regular basis, this should be something where the energy is coming to you. And once you've got a good basis of what you feel for working with your crystals, you'll really love making these grids. Today I'm using a variety of stones, but this grid is more for empowerment. This is more for moving forward, success, decision-making, clear-headedness, and this could be for a new start. I figured with the start of this year, we're really coming into some new energy, and it's a great empowerment grid. The grid does skew slightly feminine to me. I'm gonna just put it out there. It's not that it is for a woman specifically, but the grid does skew feminine to me and my personal feelings of what I feel when I make my grids. I do feel that it is a little bit more on the feminine side. So just knowing where the energies are, but when you're using your crystals, you'll know where they are. Don't mind me if I drink my water from my gem crystal bottle, which I happen to love. If you don't use them and you're a gem lover, great, but you can always make these elixirs by yourself. We're gonna start the grid today with some clear quartz. I'm working with clear quartz, which is one of my favorite stones, and I really love clear quartz just for its clear thinking. This is going to strengthen our entire aura, our entire energy body. Everything we're going to be doing is going to need clear thinking and decision making, and this comes with any avenue of your life. Anything you could be starting. It could even come for relationships, making a decision. Clear quartz, this is where we're going here. Let's lift our spirit. Let's use, energy from around the other stones. But when we place this clear quartz in the middle of the grid that we're gonna make, this is the energy that we are amplifying. So this is what we're looking for. So whatever the goal of your grid is, you will always put the center stone as the stone that you will be amplifying the energy from the outside energy. So if you know anything about astrology and the planets, think about the planets, of this being like the earth, and the planets are going around the earth, right? And we know that when certain planets come into our atmosphere or into the area, we start to feel the energy. So it's gonna be the same thing with the crystals, and that's how you're thinking of the gridding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set in these clear quartz points with some more clear quartz. I'm going to use 4 different points, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the grid like a north, south, east, west, and I'm going to take the quartz points and I'm going to point them directly to the quartz. Okay, the fun thing about my board is I can turn it, which is really, really cool, here. And I'm looking for a really balanced energy here. I could feel when the energy is off. That doesn't look so centered to me anymore. And then this will come here on the end. And I'm gonna look that through from this end. Now you don't have to be so exact, but what you have to understand is, again, when you're working with energies, you can feel it. It's kind of like if you feel over a grid that's balanced, it just feels like a calming type energy. But if it's not as balanced, it might feel like a little bit of static. Think of TV not having a signal that's so perfect or something. So that's why we're looking for this clear balance right here. Whenever I'm using crystals to amplify my middle crystal, I'm always gonna point the point of my crystals towards them. It's kind of like you're taking the direction or the energy. Think of Mars, the symbol with the arrow coming out. You're taking the energy and you're moving it towards something. So I always like to do that. If you're lucky enough to have some double terminated quartz points, meaning that they're pointy on both ends, great. You could pick either end. If you have an end like this, which has a specific point, okay, and a specific bottom, you're gonna wanna point the point towards it if you're looking for that. If you're looking to take energy away, you would point it away. We're gonna move into our next set of stones. So the next set of stones I'm gonna use are amethyst. And I love amethyst. I mean, amethyst is such a great stone, right? Very meditative, very calming. It's for our thought, it improves our intellect actually. And that's really interesting because a lot of stones can help our thinking, but not many of them can come in to actually repair our intellect. So does this make you smarter? Yes. Does it mean it's going to make you smarter, like all of a sudden you're going to pass this test and you never studied for it? No, but what it's going to give you is more clear thinking. And when you're more clear-headed, you're using more of your intellect, and therefore you are smarter, right? So that's the way we're using this energy. The clear thinking is also coming through. This is for our crown chakra. This is for our head. And this is, applying what we want with this energy to a specific situation. So again, we're making this empowerment grid. So what's the situation we're looking for? What decision are you trying to make? What kind of guidance are you looking for from this clear crystal? And this is why this amethyst is going to come in and amplify it. I have some raw stones, which are these, and I also have some tumbled stones, which are these, which are the smooth ones, okay? And usually what I like to do to balance the energy is do tumbled and tumbled together and raw together, but you could also balance the energy by doing tumbled and raw, okay? So we have so many different ways we can do it. So again, I'm gonna point the crystal points. They don't have specific ones, but I'm still gonna point the energy because this is where we want our energy to go towards. That looks like the point of that amethyst. And again, I'm going to the other point. So if you looked at it north, south, east, west from here, we would be like that, right? Here's my other raw stone, and this is actually from Africa. This is an amazing, beautiful stone from Nambia. I mean, this is an amethyst point, beautiful stone in this. Oh, I just can't even explain how much great energy comes out of here. So this point to this point, coming here to this point, and then we've got our other tumble. Look at how this one was so dark, and this one is so light. So again, a balance of energy, beautiful. This one's shaped more like a heart, and I'm going to take the point of that heart and point it again opposite this one. So as you can see, our grid's coming together. We've got our clear energy and we've got our clear thinking. Now, the one thing I want to bring in always to every kind of avenue of thought, every kind of energy that I'm thinking of finding a decision for is love. Love. I've got to work with love. So I'm bringing in some rose quartz. Rose quartz, again, is a beautiful stone. It is called the love stone, but it's not necessarily just about relationships and lovey-dovey and hearts and flowers. These can be platonic relationships, and these can be best friends. And this is just the energy of the heart chakra. It's high energy, but yet calming at the same time. And it'll really help you bring that happy love to tough situations that might come in to your life. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring these at two opposite ends closer to our middle point. So I want it in between one of these energies, but closer. Okay, so it's in between here, the clear and the amethyst, in between the clear and the amethyst. Again, I'm pointing a point towards the middle stone to amplify it and work on the energy. Okay, now I'm going to bring in some stones of protection. The one thing I always love to do with a grid and in my life in general is protect myself. Okay, so we have this great grid of energy, and that's awesome, but there are negative energies that can come into life. I mean, you could be in a great mood and walk into a room and not everybody's in a good mood, and that's where that energy kind of gets sucked out. Well, we want to prevent that from happening. So as we're creating this clear thinking and this clear-headedness and this empowerment for us to move forward, let's protect it from psychic attacks, negative energy, negative people, negative thoughts in our own head, right? Let's get them out of here. So the first stone we're going to use for that is black tourmaline. Okay, I've got a tumbled and I have a raw black tourmaline. It doesn't matter what kind you use. This is actually one of my favorite stones for protection. If I was holding one on me, I would rather use the tumbled. And the reason why is because the raw of this stone is very, very delicate with parts that can chip off. So you don't want to use this on a regular basis and something, you're not going to carry this around in your pouch with you, or by the end of the day, if it tumbles around in your pocket or your bag, you might, even here, I feel like I feel some is chipping off. It's just very, very delicate. Your black tourmaline is going to be for your protection. It's going to help you from worrying. It's going to block negative energy completely, okay? It's going to block negative energy. You could take 4 of these stones and put them in 4 corners of a room to actually create a grid to prevent negative energy from coming in. Great for offices, okay? So again, with these 2, we're going to take them and put them at opposite points. Okay, so now I went in between here, and now I'm going in between here. Okay, and we've got opposite points, and I'm gonna point it towards the clear quartz in the middle, okay? The next avenue of protection I'm going for is going to be kind of the same but different. And I'm working with shungite. This is another one of my favorite stones. I mean, should I say it? Are they all my favorite? I mean, they might be, but this is definitely one of my favorite stones. So our shungite is helping us, you know, suck out negative energy. So where your black tourmaline is blocking negative energy, this one could actually take energy that is already around and take it and be like, nope, you're out of here. Okay, this is totally different. Great stone to hold on you, great stone for power, blocking from EMFs, carbon type stone, right? You could put this in water. That's kind of, that they put carbon in water filters to filter water. So this naturally occurs in this beautiful stone from Russia. And again, it's black. If you notice that the black stones, more for protection. Okay, black is known more for protection. So I'm going to take these two shungite and I'm going to place them, again, directly towards my clear quartz. So now I've got these right here. I've got these, and what I have is a grid of 3 and 3, if you see it like that. And I'm just going to go over and I'm going to look at my angles, right? Because I want to look at them from different angles and I'm feeling the balance of them. They feel pretty beautiful. I'm kind of liking this. We've got the shungite across from the tourmaline, okay, creating that gritty kind of X protection, protect my middle stone, let the energies come out. I'm going to seal my grid, okay, and I'm going to bring in this energy of garnet. Okay, garnet was the reason, this garnet, beautiful garnet stone, you know, it looks like the seed of a pomegranate. It's actually what it's named for, this garnet. This stone is so helpful to you when you are looking for, you know, a cleanser of your mind, your body, and your spirit. It really comes in to help remove toxins from your body, whether they're just something in your soul or whether there's something that you're thinking, and literally pulls them out to make you feel balanced and, you know, inspired and more stable and passionate. This is a great stone if you're going into a meeting. I mean, look at how small they are to carry around. I mean, we see this as a beautiful gem, you know, in the gemstones in jewelry, but really a definite, I feel a feminine power from here. I feel an empowerment from him, from these stones. Special stone. And again, the inspiration for this entire grid was these. I have 3 stones here. So as you noticed, we used 4, we used 2 to balance, and now I've got the 3. So what I'm actually going to create is a triangle. I'm going to create kind of a trine of the energy around. So I'm going to take my biggest garnet piece I have, and I'm going to put that at the point of the crystal here. And this is in between this and this energy. This one should actually move a little bit further out. And you see how I'm balancing that now that it's coming into play? I'm going to take these 2 smaller ones and I'm going to trine them here, creating a triangle, okay? And that triangle is going to take the energy and be able to come here where all of this comes together. Now, again, this crystal, beautiful for energy, thinking, clear-headedness, deciding things. Am I moving forward on the right path? Am I, where do I need to be focused to come forth, to take the energies and move them forward within my life? This is a beautiful meditation grid. So I welcome you right now to, you know, take a look at the grid. And feel this beautiful energy, right? And you see that it's balanced regardless of the way that it's turned. It's always going to be balanced, and that's the really important part of the grid, although it looks like my turning on the bottom isn't so balanced. But this grid is definitely beautifully, I mean, from every angle. And I feel this energy. I mean, the energy's coming out. I just saw a rainbow fly out of the middle quartz. And what's really cool is if you don't have as big of a space, you could work on a table. You'd even be able to create the grid in this little box that I usually hold my crystals in. So just to show you the energy, if we took the energy forward more, to bring it in, we still got our trine at the end of the points, okay? And we're just gonna bring the energy closer. Okay, and we're going to take these closer. We're going to take these closer. I'm going to take these. Take these. Okay, so the grid works in a multitude of ways, creating these beautiful kind of geometric balance patterns that could expand and contract. And again, looking at the energy, you know, breathing into it, meditating into it. The best thing to do, holding your hands over the energy, gazing at the stones, and letting your mind just open to the expansiveness of the messages that they're trying to give us from the questions that we ask. Remember, they hold life path energy. They hold so much knowledge, these stones, from hundreds, thousands, and millions of years of being around. And it's us using their energy together and giving them some of our compassion and energy and letting them work with us, that they'll come to help us in the future. So I really hope you enjoyed making this crystal grid. Please like, comment, let me know what you'd like to see, and I'll see you soon.